A nation divided, the Trump effect. Donald Trump's entry into American politics was nothing short of seismic. His presidency, marked by unconventional approaches and often inflammatory rhetoric, has left an indelible mark on the nation. One thing is undeniable: Trump's name evokes strong emotions, ranging from fervent support to deep-seated opposition. This essay will explore the reasons why a significant portion of the American electorate is hesitant to cast their vote for him in 2024. Trump's presidency was a period of intense division. His supporters found his style refreshing and his policies appealing. His detractors found his behavior appalling and his policies harmful. These divisions remain strong today. Understanding the reasons behind this opposition is crucial to grasping the complexities of the American political landscape as the nation faces another election. The 2024 election will be a referendum on Trump's vision for America. It will also be a test of whether the country can heal the divisions that have widened in recent years. The stakes are high, and the outcome is far from certain. The reasons for opposing Trump are complex and varied. They range from his policies to his personal behavior. This essay will explore some of the most common reasons why people are hesitant to vote for him.
One of the most significant factors contributing to the reluctance to vote for Trump is his polarizing leadership style. His rhetoric, often characterized by personal attacks, inflammatory language, and a disdain for traditional political norms, has alienated a substantial segment of the population. Critics argue that Trump's approach has deepened the partisan divide, making it challenging to find common ground on critical issues facing the nation. They point to his tendency to demonize opponents, often resorting to name-calling and insults, as evidence of his divisive approach.
This confrontational style has resonated with a portion of the electorate who appreciate his bluntness and willingness to challenge the status quo. However, for many others, it has created an atmosphere of distrust and animosity, making it difficult to envision him as a unifying figure capable of leading a deeply divided nation.
Trump's presidency has been dogged by a series of legal challenges and ethical controversies, casting a shadow over his administration and raising concerns about his fitness for office. From the Mueller investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election to his impeachment by the House of Representatives, Trump has faced a level of legal scrutiny unprecedented in modern American history. While he has denied any wrongdoing and has not been charged with any crimes, these legal entanglements have fueled a perception among some voters that he lacks the integrity and moral authority expected of a president.
The constant drumbeat of scandals and investigations has taken a toll on public trust in his leadership. Many voters express concern about his respect for the rule of law and his willingness to use the power of his office for personal gain.
Beyond his leadership style and legal issues, Trump's record on policy and governance is another point of contention for many voters. His signature achievements, such as the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 and the appointment of conservative judges to the federal judiciary, have been praised by his supporters but criticized by his detractors. Opponents argue that the tax cuts disproportionately benefited the wealthy and corporations while doing little to address income inequality. They also express concern about the long-term impact of his judicial appointments on issues such as abortion rights, environmental protection, and LGBTQ+ equality.
His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, marked by downplaying the severity of the virus, promoting unproven treatments, and clashing with public health experts, has also drawn significant criticism. Many voters believe that his administration's response was chaotic and ineffective, contributing to the high number of cases and deaths in the United States.
The changing demographics of the American electorate also pose a challenge for Trump's hopes of re-election.
The United States is becoming increasingly diverse, with a growing population of Hispanic Asian American and Pacific Islander voters.
These groups tend to hold more liberal views on issues such as immigration, healthcare, and climate change, putting them at odds with Trump's policies and rhetoric.
Additionally, younger voters who are more likely to be people of color and to identify as LGBTQ+, are also less supportive of Trump than older generations.
This generational divide is particularly pronounced on issues such as climate change and social justice.
Beyond specific policy disagreements, there is a sense among some voters that they are simply exhausted by the constant drama and conflict that has come to define the Trump era. His presidency has been marked by a seemingly endless cycle of scandals, investigations, and Twitter feuds, leaving many Americans feeling drained and disillusioned with politics. This fatigue has led some voters to tune out of the political process altogether, while others are seeking a leader who can offer a more unifying and less chaotic approach to governing. The desire for a return to normalcy, or at least a less tumultuous version of it, is a powerful sentiment among a significant portion of the electorate. Despite these challenges, it is important to acknowledge that Trump retains a loyal base of support. His supporters appreciate his willingness to challenge the status quo, his focus on issues such as immigration and trade, and his perceived strength on the world stage. They view him as a successful businessman who can bring his deal-making skills to Washington and shake up a political system they believe is broken. However, while his base remains committed, it's unclear whether it is large enough to secure him another term in office. The factors outlined above, his polarizing leadership, legal and ethical concerns, policy record, changing demographics, and voter fatigue, present significant obstacles to expanding his support beyond his core base. The 2024 election will likely hinge on whether Trump can persuade enough undecided voters that he is the best choice to lead the country, or whether the reasons for opposing him will outweigh his appeal among his base. The decision of whether or not to vote for Donald Trump is a deeply personal one. It requires voters to weigh a complex set of factors, including his leadership style, his policies, his behavior, and his impact on American society. There are no easy answers, and reasonable people can disagree about the best course of action. As we approach the 2024 election, it is essential that we engage in thoughtful and respectful dialogue about the choices before us. We must listen to each other, consider different perspectives, and strive to understand the hopes, fears, and aspirations that guide our decisions. The future of our democracy depends on our ability to engage in this process with civility, empathy, and a shared commitment to the common good. What will be the legacy of the Trump era, and how will it shape the choices we make in the years to come? These are questions that each of us must answer for ourselves as we navigate the challenges and opportunities of this pivotal moment in American history.